but just all around a super cool looking milk snake. My favorite snake in the state, and at least right now, it's my favorite find of the year. Dude, what is that snake doing? Good morning, everyone. We are back near Denver today from South Dakota, and once again, it is cloudy, it just rained, and we are going to spend the day looking for milk snakes. The weather today is absolutely perfect for milk snakes. We are in a favorite spot of mine where a couple of my buddies have seen a lot of milk snakes, but I have seen none. So we are going to spend the day here looking for milk snakes, hopefully turn some up. All right, first find of the day here is our first line snake of the trip. These guys are all over through these hills that we're going to be herping today. This is a pretty good size one. These guys are real cool, strange fossorial snake with, as you can see, a really cool belly on him. This guy is unfortunately in shed, or he would probably be a little nicer looking, but we're going to take a few quick photos, release him, and keep on hitting this awesome habitat in here. Not 5 minutes up the trail, Dr. Stove over there found another line snake. These guys are going to be pretty common today, so I'm just going to put this one back under his rock. Here are two more line snakes. This one on the top probably is the nicest one we've seen all day. One on the bottom is not too handsome, but two more. The next three snakes of the day are all line snakes. We got two in my hand and a big one here in Noah's hand. These two were flipped under that rock, this one under that rock. It's been about an hour or so since the last handful of line snakes that we were finding, so seems like we got out of where the snakes were, but now we're back into it. Either way, I'm going to release these snakes. We're going to keep on moving. Well, about 2 minutes later, here are two more line snakes. These guys were yet another double flip. Never get tired of seeing these guys, but I can get close because if there were milk snakes, I would be much more excited about it. But if it's just these guys, it gets kind of boring. So we're going to release them, keep moving. We were there. And three more line snakes. That one that's in Noah's left hand there is actually one of the better ones we've seen all day. But three more. These guys are probably an indicator species for milk snakes, meaning that they kind of tend to like the same things. So,
and milks eat them undoubtedly.
Yeah, milks also eat these guys. So hopefully this is a good sign. Well, we were hitting this last little section of habitat in here, and this snake happened. That is a milk snake from a new locality. Of the three localities we've hit so far this trip, this one is undoubtedly the most difficult. Just a stunning milk snake. Real cool patterning here on the back. Just all around super cool looking, and he's also very bitey, but just all around a super cool looking milk snake. Nice reds up towards the front, but as you go towards the back, just gets to be higher and higher white, little almost nearly bicolor here towards the back. Just a cool milk snake in an awesome locality. We have put a good amount of work in here, and this is my first one, and it's going to be quite difficult to top it, but I'm gonna take a few photos of this and then we will keep moving. All right, here's one final look at this beautiful milk snake here. We're gonna release it right where it was found. And back into the underworld he goes. Kingsnakes. Kingsnakes. We're doing the kingsnake thing again, folks. Speckled kingsnakes. Speckled kingsnakes. Kingsnakes? Speckled kingsnake. Kingsnake. We have some great weather here today, and it honestly couldn't be better for flipping, so we're going to get to it. We're hitting a spot that we scouted out last year. Didn't find any snakes at, but I'm really looking forward to today. The habitat looked absolutely amazing. It was just a little too dry when we first visited this spot. So without further ado, we are going to make our way down to the spot and hopefully start turning some snakes up shortly. All right, first little one of the day is this little 6-lined race runner. These guys are pretty cool. These are pretty widespread throughout Colorado, but we don't always get a hold of them because they're usually so fast. These guys are super cool. Probably we'll see a few more of these, so I'm just going to release him on his way and we're going to keep moving. Here's the first snake of the day. This is a Plains black-headed snake. We are pretty used to seeing these in Boulder, but this is the first one that we've seen in Seco this year. But these guys may end up being one of the most common snakes of the day, so I'm not going to take too much time to talk about it. Noah's got a bull snake over here that we're going to go get a hold of. All right, next snake of the day. We came over and Noah found this big bull snake sticking out of a hole, which is partially why he's covered in mud. She's a little duller than most of them. She's got a lot of mud caked on the scales there, and a couple of big injuries on the side. There you can see one up here by Carson's finger. Not sure what that's from, but there's a big bull snake and our second snake in 50 feet, so pretty happy with this. We are going to take a few photos, release her, and then get back to what we were doing. 3 snakes into the day, and this turns up. Noah flipped this little man, this little king snake, under a rock in Colorado. That is so unbelievably tight. There was an epic celebration when he flipped it. This is so amazing. This is my first naturally flipped anywhere speckled king snake in the state of Colorado. It's a nice one. I would prefer nothing more than to see this snake that's in my hand right here. It's early still too, so we have more time to look. We're gonna take the time to get some photographs of this little snake, because you really never know when the next time you're gonna be able to see a king snake in southeastern Colorado is. So we're gonna take a moment to photograph this, and I'll be right back to speak a little bit more about it. So we've been sitting here for a little while photographing this amazing little snake. Everybody is coughing because we quite literally screamed our lungs out. And I really wish that I could see this snake as a full-grown individual, because it would be absolutely beautiful. Not complaining, just happy to have been here at the right time and had boots on the ground. This is absolutely amazing. Well, there it is. That is just about my favorite snake in the state. And at least right now, it's my favorite find of the year. We were literally flipping for only like an hour when this thing showed up, so we've still got a lot of daylight left. We're gonna cover a lot of ground today and hopefully continue to turn up snakes. Even if we don't, this little guy right here absolutely made my year. And to get it with your good friends is always the best. So we're gonna turn this snake free back where we found it and keep on moving through this habitat. Alrighty, it was found right underneath this rock. We're gonna release it as such. Not 100 yards from where we found that king snake, and Carson flipped his lifer Western Coachwhip. This is a species that over the last few years, Carson and I have actually put a fair amount of time in, and we've just never been able to find one for him. I've seen tons of them, but Carson is evidently bad luck, except for today. As always, the pattern on that head, those scales, the colors on there are absolutely beautiful. Stunning eyes on these guys. Just absolutely amazing, amazing snakes. We're gonna take a few photographs, release it. The scales on that tail are unbelievably cool. Just overall, beautiful, beautiful snake, and one of my favorites in the state. Something awesome about Coachwhips is when they play dead, you can make them sit real proud like that. That is so cool. Look at that snake. He's absolutely incredible, and if you bring your hands by, oh, nope, I'm dead. They're so silly, so dramatic, so beautiful. Absolutely in love with these guys. But Carson and Steven are currently not looking at the Coachwhip and are continuing to flip rocks, so we are going to go catch up with them and hopefully find some more. This cranky guy here is our next find of the day. Noah and I flipped this under a pretty big rock. This is a Great Plains skink who is currently trying to rip the life out of my hand there, but these guys are awesome. They get quite a bit bigger than this, but as you can see, the patterning there on the back is absolutely beautiful. He's like a copper dragon, this little guy. These guys are pretty common, though. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few more of these today, so I'm just going to put him back under his rock, and we're going to keep flipping. Do you people see that? We were flipping here, and I heard Steven say, "Hey, Graham, a lined snake." About 10 minutes ago, we were talking about how there are no lined, with an L, snakes here. And then Steven pulled the bull-lined snake, the second, or this is the thread snake, actually, but this is the second in a week. These guys are so strange, so weird, so cool. Seeing 2 in a week is a big deal. I'm absolutely thrilled to have seen this. I mean, I'm literally speechless. We're just crushing it out here right now. So happy to have been here and made the plans and made this happen, because good gordy lordy, that is so tight. Anyways, we took photos of this already. This is a big, big deal. I'm going to release it back under the rock, and we're going to keep moving. This day is absurd. I'm out my mind! Dude, so we released the first blind snake, or the first thread snake, I should say, and then under the next rock was 2 more of these.
NKF herping for the flip clip.
Yeah, NKF herping for the flip clip. I've been saying this for a long time. I believe that these guys are locally common in the right weather, and I think we just proved that because good golly moly. I know.
You gotta stop.
Dude, this is just getting ridiculous. I honestly can't believe what is going on right now. We're going to release these and continue flipping after a few legendary in-hand shots because does anybody have a word for this? What is the word?
Good golly I can't say it on YouTube.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to release these guys and keep on keeping on. Close by is yet another Western Coachwhip. This is the third one of the day. Actually, this is the fourth. Steven lost one. It's okay. I'm not blaming him. He caught this one as well, so he made up for it. We're going to release this guy right back where it was found and keep on moving. Next find of the day is yet another Great Plains skink. This one is a little bigger and a little nicer looking, but always happy to see these guys as they are one of the cooler lizards we have here in Colorado. But going to release him. We're going to keep on moving. Next three finds of the day here are Coachwhips 5, 6, and 7. Noah flipped 2 of them under one rock, and then Steven spotted one basking back there. This is just getting ridiculous. This is by far the best day that I've ever been involved with, and I am so happy that we are here for it. Yeah, dude, that's a Medusa. It's the 3-headed monster. That is so awesome.
Coachwhip release. Where you going, big guy?
He's checking out Carson. Look at him.
So awesome.
They're so smart.
He's trying to figure out where his hole is that he can get to without... He was the one that was down there, too. The other 2 that were under the rock actually went down where he was.
Next snake of the day is another rare one. Rare is probably a bad way to put it, but these guys are not as common in Colorado as some other snakes. This is the Great Plains Ratsnake. Super cool snake, great patterning. These guys were once classified as corn snakes, if you can believe it or not, but they have been split up in subsequent years. This is now the Great Plains or Emery's Ratsnake. Really cool individual that we flipped under a rock. These guys are also real grouchy, and he's bitten Noah on the hands a couple of times, but super cool.
All right, buddy.
See you later, snake. Next 2 snakes of the day are 2 more big Coachwhips. These are numbers 8 and 9. These guys are pretty nice looking snakes. Not as good as Coachwhips come, but 2 more that were hanging out under the same exact rock.
This one's the biggest one yet, too.
Yeah, that one definitely is the biggest one yet. Probably, I mean, almost certainly a mating pair. What else would they be doing down there? But yeah, 2 more Coachwhips. This is 8 and 9. Probably somewhere near 20 snakes on the day now.
Have to be.
Yeah, it's getting absurd. It is the next morning. Last night we crashed pretty early because of all the success we had, but we are out here road cruising for the morning, and the first snake is a big, healthy bull snake. Super beautiful snake, this one. I mean, the contrast, the number of times his pattern and color completely changes is awesome. Absolutely love these guys, but super common snakes. We may see another one of these today. We're going to take a few photos. I think Noah's going to bust the camera out for this guy, and then we're going to keep on moving. Next snake of the day is Steven's lifer Western Hognose Snake, and it's a pretty big one. How do you feel right now, Steven?
I'm stoked.
Here's this guy in Noah's hand. Absolutely stunning snakes. These guys are pretty common out here, but we were actually searching for these for Steven, so it's nice to see one out here in some amazing habitat out here in the grasslands. He was actually bleeding out of his mouth when we first walked up on him. Not entirely sure what that is. Noah said it might have been from a bird or something messing with him. First we thought he was hit by a car, but he seems to be doing all right. Just a little blood in the mouth and a little few scratches on his back, but he should be all right. We're gonna take some photos and then keep on moving. Next snake of the day is a little ground snake here. We saw 2 of these last week, but Steven and Noah do not get this particular color morph down where they're from, so figure we'd stop by a spot where we've seen a few of them and pick one up for them real quick. We're going to keep working through this habitat, see if we can turn up a few more, and then we're going to start looking for some turtles. Carson, lizard hands! And also a line snake was under there. Cool. For one reason or another, this man is being all defensive with us.
See a little, he was doing a twitch.
Yeah, he was doing the head twitch thing.
Look at that.
Cool belly on him.
It's awesome. awesome.
Look at this beautiful little lad. Amazing coloration there on the back. Pretty face. Big claws, as Noah just pointed out to me. I'd never really noticed that before, but they've got some mean claws on them. We're gonna release this guy back under his piece of tin, and we're gonna head back and get ready for an evening of afternoon and night cruising.
All right.
He's not gonna go back under over there. There he goes. Next snake of the day.
Oh, look at that.
He's doing big boy stuff. Next snake of the day is this yellow-bellied racer. This one is really weird looking. I'm not sure I've ever seen a racer that looks like that. That is so cool. These guys are real common out here in the grasslands, but never a bad thing to be seeing them. We're out here. It's about 7 o'clock right now. We're cruising roads looking for Massasaugas, and then later on we're going to go up and look for speckled kingsnakes. All right, here's one final look at this handsome guy. He's looking real good in this lighting. This is our first snake of the night, so we're going to keep on rolling and hopefully turn something else up soon.
Here, Steven, you want to hold him and I'll light?
First snake after dark here is a huge Great Plains rat snake. This is our third one of these that we found this weekend. These guys are a pretty good find here, but as always, we are kind of hoping for another king snake, so we're going to keep it pretty short. But this is a real good find for this area, especially a snake of that size. So we're going to release it after a few quick photos, and then we're going to keep on moving. Congratulations on a lifer, Noah!
Yeah!
Next snake of the night is this Plains garter snake. Noah had never seen one of these before, and we were about to spend tomorrow looking for them, so I'm glad we got one tonight so we do not have to do that. Pretty good snake. These guys are super common here, usually one of the most abundant snakes of the night. So we're just gonna let it go and keep moving. See what the boys got back here. Let me...
Are you gonna get video?
That is a large and grouchy Plains garter snake.
Whoa.
Dude, they're the best.
Dude, the grump, look at that.
She's biting herself. No!
That.
Boy!
Dude, what is that snake doing?
Whoa! Holy moly!
It's awesome. Well, it is not the king snake that we're looking for, but it is just as rare. That is a southeastern Colorado milksnake. Up north, these guys are pretty common, but down here they can be real rare. Presumably because they have competition with other king snakes. But that's an awesome find. We were just getting ready to turn around, made one more pass, and there's that little guy. So we'll probably make a few more now, and hopefully turn up some more snakes. Well, here this milk snake is one more time. Absolutely beautiful snake in an area where they're super rare. Super might not be the right word, and rare might not be the right word, but they're not often encountered by herpers, so it's always good to see one down here. This is only my third in 6 years of herping here, basically every weekend. So awesome find. We did not get that speckled king yet, but maybe it'll turn up, and if not, this is just as good of a find and something we were all thrilled to see. So we're going to turn this snake on his way. We've already taken our photos and done everything that needs to be done. Then we're going to get on home. First one of these this trip. That's a nice one too. Big prairie rattlesnake. Right here in town. As you can hear, people's dogs are not crazy about us, but we do have a Viridis here today. Might be finishing the night with another Plains garter snake here. Another real cranky one. So, that's a large radix. Another 100 feet up the road, and there's another Plains garter snake.